Hello and welcome to the latest edition of Cantata of the Week. I'm Adam Woolf, I'm the principal trombone player with the English Baroque Soloists. And I remember the year 2000, travelling across Europe, performing the music of Bach, week after week exploring new pieces which we hadn't heard before, we hadn't played or sung before. And how also the effect of hearing these pieces one after another in such close proximity gave everybody a new appreciation of the scope of the output of Bach, both in terms of the quantity, of course, but also the quality, the imagination, the fantasy behind the music, and the technical ability to make this happen, to write lines, to bring instruments together with voices to create new colours, which hadn't been heard before and maybe never since, in a way that's completely unique. And as a trombone player, I think we have a very special place in that, because we're not only members of the orchestra, but we have a place in the choir as well. And typically, the writing for our instruments in this time, we would be doubling the voices in the choruses, in the chorales. And so, because of this, when we perform this music, rather than sitting in the orchestra as a section, as one might expect in a classical setting, we stood with our respective voice parts in the choir, with the altos, the tenors, and the basses. And this brought us so much closer to the text and gives an appreciation of how the text and the music really work together. And I remember preparing for the cantatas, sometimes there'd be incredibly long virtuosic lines to learn, which would change direction very suddenly in the most unexpected ways, both melodically and harmonically. And sometimes we'd think maybe there was a mistake in the part, or surely it can't be right. But yet every single time there was this moment when you hear the four vocal parts locked together and the orchestral parts as well, and it all makes sense. And the result, of course, is undeniably Bach, but still very new. It will take you to a place completely new, which new experience, maybe new colours, new ideas, completely original. This piece is a very good example of that. This week we have cantata number 2, Ach Gott vom Himmel, sieh darein, God, see down from heaven, which also places the trombone in a heavenly position rather than its usual domain in this period, which would have been somewhat more connected with the underworld, which starts with a very chromatic, interweaving, entwined first chorus. A good example of where one part might not seemingly make much sense, but altogether you have everything, the puzzle's complete. I think the pilgrimage gave us all this appreciation of Bach, which is only possible to get from hearing his output in this way, the pieces all together, one after another. And our recordings of the complete works, the complete cantatas, are available from the SDG website. So now let's enjoy cantata number 2, Ach Gott vom Himmel, sieh darein.